Welcome back, shop rats. Today here in the shop we're back on the golden mullet. We've got to get a right front wheel on this car to make getting it off the trailer and moving it around the property here just a little bit easier than it being a tricycle. So let's get into it. Let's watch the show intro. We'll see you in 30 seconds. I'm Mike and this is my car shop.
Working out of a 100-year-old refurbished barn, bringing 35 years of experience to projects considered beyond repair. Vision, creativity, and problem solving are essential tools in this place. Watch as we transform junk into polished metal miracles. This is My Car's Shop.
I was recently telling a friend of mine that this car is probably the absolute worst car I have ever even considered fixing. And that's saying something, because if you take how bad the Stitches Challenger was and combine that with the Forsyth Duster, it's still not, those together are still not anywhere near as bad as this car. And as I've had it up on the trailer now and I'm able to look it over, I can see that it's even worse than I thought. So that's awesome. It's exciting. It's fun. And yeah, this is a long-term project. We're not going to have this thing done in the next year or two or maybe even 4. What I have in mind, it's going to be pretty cool and I'm pretty excited about it. Now, I have some ideas and I've had some ideas, but since I've got the car, which is why I wanted to get the car, is just as I'm looking at it and laying my hands on it, my ideas and my plans are starting to change just a little bit. So I'm going to let that be a mystery for a little while, but eventually I'm going to want your input on the direction we're going. Now, we know that we have the big block back there. That's probably the motor that's going to go in it. I have a 671 blower on the shelf over there. There's a good chance this car might get that. So those two things are pretty, well, I won't say guaranteed because there's no guarantees in anything, but those two right now at least are pretty, well. As we have mentioned, this wheel is ripped right off. The upper control arm, which is down in there, is really, it's just rusted apart. So I need to figure out what to do to get a wheel on this side. The ball joint's ripped out. John cut the tie rod off, so it doesn't have a tie rod. But I was digging around upstairs, and lo and behold, I found something that might work, and it's right here. We have a set of complete, we have a complete front suspension assembly out of a 69 or a 70 Charger upstairs, and did a little checking by eye, and it's the same. So I think we can put this in there, minus the inner mounts, because by the time I get in there and try to do anything, that inner mount is going to be, I think it's going to be gone. But the hoop here is okay, and I think that'll be good enough to shove some bolts in and hold it so that we can just, move the car around a little bit. Yes, we're missing one upper control arm bushing there, but again, the objective is not to take the car and drive it 300 miles. It's to be able to just move it around the property here a little bit so that I don't have a yard ornament that's immovable, because Becky might not like that if it was just a non-movable yard ornament. So I sprayed down the nuts in here, and hopefully we can just bzz that and get that out of there. But I'll save doing an overview on the car for a later time, because it's bad. But none of that really matters for my plans. Got a slant 6 in it, and the motor turns over, so maybe at some point we'll see if we can get that baby to fire up. Well, I don't know. We'll just see. So the first step is to try to get these upper control arm bushing bolts nuts off. I just sense the pain. We're going to get some... That one, holy cadiners, that's tight. I don't know how we'll get the back one off, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. So the question is, will it take the nut off or just rip everything out in there? We'll find out. obviously it's not coming off that way. We got victory. Oh! That's hot. Not enough room to get on the back one though. So we gotta think about that. Maybe a big, give me a lever and I'll move the world from here. Don't scratch the paint. Wonder if the air ratchet will get it out of there. I really need some ice cold water. I don't know where it went, but it definitely came off. Well, I don't know that I necessarily need it. So the next trick is going to be how the heck we're going to like drive those back out of there. And I don't know. We're just going to have to try. There's one. As long as you don't mind removing the inner bolt as well, but for what we're doing, this should work. It's still breaking off, but it came loose. There's the bushing. Now we can get the bolt out. Well, there we go. Now that we're all done, all we gotta do is finish it up. We gotta get the half of the ball joint out of the bottom. So we'll do the right thing and get a big socket and pound on there and buzz it off with an impact on it and beat the crap out of it with a hammer to get it out. And then we'll be ready to put the brand new parts on and take this car for a, I don't know, a 3-hour tour, do you think?
No, probably not.
Look at all that delicious goodness up in there. Isn't that lovely? So, as I said, for what we're doing, I don't care about the inner mounts because, you know, this one's sort of there. This one's completely gone, but we have those holes there, and I think we could even just run a piece of threaded rod through there just to hold the wheel in place so that we can roll the car around. And we've got a little tie roddage because John cut that off right there with a cutoff wheel. So we'll figure that out. We'll maybe weld it back together again. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We could take it off there. I have a set of tie rods upstairs, but I don't know if they're the same length. So it might just be just as easy to pop that off, weld it back together again, and put it back on. I don't know. We got to get this wheel assembly out of here and pretty soon to move forward. But I want to get this nut off here next. So here we go. This will be fun. Not. When you do this, make sure you don't remove the cotter pin and just go ahead and buzz it off of there. And of course, we want to save these threads, so we're going to do the right thing and just beat the crap out of that right there and drive it out of there, unless we need the fickle pork. But I don't think we will. We'll just bang, 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 get that out of there. No, never mind. So now we have a ball joint. Well, a half a ball joint. I believe, except for the tie rod, I believe that we are ready to reassemble our chinga chunga chunga patanka tinka boom thing. Yep, here we go. Okay, we got her up on the jack. The wheel is out of there. Here's what's left of it. You can kind of see it. Maybe we'll put those little tires on the front. That might be cool. They fit. Anyway, I'm gonna go upstairs and see if I have a tie rod that we can just throw on there. I'll get a dimension off the other side. We should have something up there that should work. That might work right there. It's off the charger. There's another whole bunch of front suspension parts and a bunch of coon crap. Because, you know, everybody wants to see coon crap on their videos. But anyway, that's the one for the other side. So, key members, flywheels, other stuff. But, oh yeah, we got some other steering components right there too. Good. Okay, so I measured the tie rod on this side against the one that we just got, and it's good. Okay, that's as far as we go. So that's pulled over now. Such perfect door alignment. I think that's going to be the most expeditious way to do it. We'll just, what are those, 3/4? I don't remember. That's 7/8. Yep, so we'll just that off of there, that out, and then we'll just pop these in there, and then we can put our, hopefully our drum assembly control arm in place. And what did I do with the nut? Huh. I lost my nut. It's right there. We're good. Just looking for the lower ball joint nut because I don't think there's one on there. Would somebody run in the house and get me a glass of ice water? I'm dying here. It's not that hot out, but I'm hot. And I don't mean that in like a, you know, well, I'm warm. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we'll drop our tie rod in. Try to get our nut going on there. Hopefully, maybe, kind of, sort of. What's going on here? We got goobers. Oh yeah, somebody did a dumb thing and they took the nut off and they didn't take the cotter pin off. Right back, just take that grinder to that and fix it. It's do as I say, not as I do. What the heck? All right, there we go. Kind of, sort of. Cross threads will be better than none. Well, that would be the other tight. But it fits better now, so that's good. Okay, good. There might be some steerage there now. Okay, let's bring our, well, let's just bring our stuff over here. I just realized I don't have a jack stand under here. That's not very smart. I'll be right back. I missed. Okay. Okay, we can get a nut on it. I think that's the nut. Is that the nut? That's the nut. A little bit stripped out because somebody didn't take the cotter pin out. Well, I'll be dipped. Get in there. Cotter pin's gone on that. Okay, let's try that again. Oh yeah, it's got a goober right there. Notice how that fell out so I could, just work on it immediately. So it's all good. Yep, I got to get my grinder over here. Okay. Okay, we got a nut on there now, and dug it around and I found a set of cam bolts, so we're going to go ahead and put those in there. There's no bushing on the back side, but for this, who cares? Again, it's just about rollage. I got a feeling this is going to sit just a little low on this side because I got a feeling there's a bit of rot in the torsion bar, and probably there's not much spring left on this side. There it is. I need to find my beating device to kind of adjust this. There we go. Oh, that'll be perfect. We'll slip that baby right through there. That'll be safer than a safe thing. Oh yeah. I don't know where that nut is, but I don't think we really need to worry about the cam. All right, we got a nut. Now I got to find the other nut. It's got to be laying in there somewhere. Oh no, it was in the socket, wasn't it? You guys got to remind me of this stuff. I don't know. Ouch. Well, be a suck egg mule. There we go. Get in the hole. There we go. Okay, we just need a nut for that one, so give me about 17.6 minutes and I'll find it. I feel like it was still in the socket. You guys got to remind me. Where did it go? It's not there. So everything's finger tight right now, so we'll go around and tighten everything up a little bit. But it's obvious that the torsion bar mount is ripped out. I can't imagine how or why. Look at that. Looks fine to me. But at least it's got a wheel on it. Maybe we'll put a block in there to just space that down a little bit. Maybe we'll throw something like a 2x4 in there or something. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll definitely do something. But it's all got a wheel on it, so the car will roll even though nothing is tight yet. Okay, so I put a new torsion bar in there, right there. That'll keep this side of the car up nice. So that's all fixed now. And we got our upper control arm bushings are nice and tight, so that's good. Lower ball joint is tight, so all we gotta do is put a wheel on it now, and then we should be able to set it down and roll around. Oops, our torsion bar's falling out. Let's get that back up in there. We don't want to lose that. That's yeah, it's important. All right, there we go. That's that'll do. Okay. All right, let's get a wheel on there. So our torsion bar is staying in there okay, so that's good. that torsion bar works great. Look at our suspension. It's got at least a ½ inch of travel, so we're golden. Golden mullet. Wow, okay, well, it's on its feet now. It still doesn't roll, so we got to go around and jack up each wheel and find out why and get those loose and then be able to get it off the trailer. Shouldn't be that big a deal. I'm just tired and lazy and don't feel like doing this, but it's got to be done. Got to return the trailer to my nephew. It's his trailer and I need to get back to him tomorrow. So I could drag the car off of there, but then I'm going to be dealing with trying to get these wheels to turn on the ground, and I might as well do it while it's here. So camera battery's been dying, so I'm zapping you guys for a bit, but I checked all the wheels. They're loose. It's a 3-speed transmission and it's stuck in gear. I cannot get it out. So I'm going to just pop the drive shaft out of there for now, and we'll go from there. But there's plenty of places I should be able to just put a bungee cord under there and hang that drive shaft, and we'll come back to that at another time. But at least I'll be able to roll it once I get that out of there. I hope. I said I couldn't. It was stuck in gear. I tried to get it to work. It wouldn't move. I tried taking the U-joints off. Couldn't get stupid bolts out. So I went up there and just started banging the crap out of the shift levers with a hammer, and all of a sudden the shifter popped and I can move it between, I don't know, second and third or reverse and first, but point being, it rolls. So now we can get the car unloaded and get it in position for the future. Yes! Note to self, when you take the jack out, make sure you've already taken the jack stand out. Otherwise you get to do it twice. Because I already had the jack out on the ground. Oh well. That tire's coming apart, so we're going to have to do something different. And I also noticed that the leaf springs are falling apart, so that's good. Let's wait for racing. I think that's going to do it for this one. More coming on that car soon. Now that we can roll it around. I do want to get inside of it and get it cleaned out and just see what exactly we're dealing with in there. Not that it really much matters, but you know, just do an inventory and a walk around and that kind of stuff. So watch for that coming soon. We're over on the Face thing. Instant Grandma loves us. She buys us cookies and stuff. We're here on the You Thing, so subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. Make sure you follow along. We put out episodes every Monday, Friday, and Sunday at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh,
Whap!